We're just excited about all the program success.
And we're ready to get started. Thanks, Zach. Go Cards.
For Wheeling University Athletics, I'm Zach Ziegler. It's time for another edition of the Chris Richardson Show. Currently joined by Wheeling University head men's basketball coach Chris Richardson. And Chris, obviously a huge win for you guys on Saturday. Last second buzzer beater to win the game. Talk about the emotions of that game and kind of how it went down.
Yeah, just really proud of our fight. Did not go well in the first half, and I thought our offense affected our defense. We were executing well offensively, but we were not making shots. Our actions were good, our reads were good, our decisions were good. We just did not make shots. And when you don't see the ball go in, it can affect your effort in other areas, and it shouldn't. And I think we learned that the hard way. But we challenged them at halftime, and they challenged themselves. And to our players' credit, they came out and had a completely different energy about themselves from the even before the second half inbound. It started in warm-ups. So really proud of their resolve and their resiliency and just how together they were for 40 minutes. Even when things were going bad, they were still together. And you know what? They deserved to win that one based on how they responded to getting hit in the mouth.
And talk a little bit about that last play. You had Sean Ely go inside, didn't have his shot, bounces it back out. How did that play develop?
Yeah, we went with something simple that we run a lot. You don't want guys to have to think too much in that situation. So let's run something that we're real familiar with and that we work on every day and, that we have a lot of options out of. And, we didn't get anything out of the initial action. And we talk about, hey, if we drive to paint and we get stuck, someone's got to be available. And Jerry Saunders, defender, turned his head and looked at the ball, and Jerry made a great movement to get into Sean's vision, and Sean made a great pass, and Jerry made a big-time shot. It was a nice step of growth where, hey, if the initial action doesn't work, we can still make a good play. Coaching, you call that your breakdown offense. When things break down, where are you going? And so proud of the way that they carried over from what we've worked on in practice. And we worked on a lot of late half situations this week. So luckily that was something that they had seen a lot of during the week. And but the biggest thing is Jerry just made a big-time shot, big-time play.
And talk a little bit about Jerry. Started the year as a bench player, gets into the starting rotation due to an injury. Talk about him and kind of his growth on the court.
Yeah, he had to play a lot of point guard last year. And one thing we discovered early this year, and in high school, he kind of did whatever. Like I saw him guard Devin Royal, who's dominating now for Ohio State. It's like 6'7", 6'8" forward. So, he played all over the court in high school. Last year, getting on the court for us, it worked out more at point guard. But I think naturally he's better off the ball, where he can be a secondary handler and he can score a little bit more. He's really good at straight line driving to the basket. When his feet are set, he can make shots. And then, when he plays hard, which he's doing a better job of every day, and that's what we've challenged him with, is just continuing to play hard. He can guard about anybody on the court. And so proud of him and how he's handled his time here so far, being asked to do a number of different things. And, that's not always going to be make the game-winning shot or handle the ball or score, but whatever the job is, I know he's going to put his all into it, and he did that Saturday.
And over the last couple of years, you guys have played some close games that you ended up on the wrong end of. How does this feel, getting on the right end of this one, seeing that moment and having that moment for the guys?
Yeah, I mean it's one game. It was an important win because it was the game there in the moment that we needed to win, and the way that we won made it that much better. But now we got to move on to the next game and the next situation, and the next time we're going to be in a late game situation, we got to execute and continue to play and continue to fight, no matter whether we're up or down big or up big. So I think that was a lesson, is you just continue to play no matter what the scoreboard says, and things will work out in your favor. If you don't continue to play, you don't play with that effort, you don't have a chance.
Currently joined by Wheeling University head men's basketball coach Chris Richardson. And Chris, obviously a big week. You start conference play tomorrow against Point Park. Talk about getting into your conference schedule and kind of what you've learned from the non-conference is going to make you successful in conference. Yeah,
I mean, we've played some really, really good teams non-conference. Salem doesn't technically count as a conference game, but it's a game that's scheduled by the conference, and they're a scheduling partner for the Mountain East, so we treat it just like a conference game. Point Park's a new team to the league. It's a road game. They play a little bit different than most of the teams in our league. They've got a lot of size, and so it's going to be a great learning experience for us. We're going to have to do some different things than we've done thus far in terms of being able to attack them and try to use our strengths and stay away from their strengths defensively. And then it's like any other game in the Mountain East, there's going to be talented players, there's good coaches, there's good schemes, and tough to win on the road. So we got our hands full tomorrow night at Point Park for sure.
And a big week in total. You guys come back on Sunday. You're at home against Cal U. Danny Sancombe back in the home of Grace McDonough Center. Talk about the week in general and kind of how you guys are attacking around the holidays.
Yeah, I mean, it's two big games, you know. Tomorrow's a conference game at Point Park. That's what we're focused on right now. We all know how good Cal U is. They're extremely talented. Coach Sancombe, obviously one of the best in the country at any level coaching, and he's going to have his guys ready to play. And, you know, two big games, but that's what we sign up for. We're playing high-level Division II basketball, and we don't really we don't really hide from competition. We know we're going to face great competition in the Mountain East and great non-conference competition like the teams we've played and like Cal PA. That helps get us that much stronger for Mountain East play.
And finally, as you guys get ready to hit this conference schedule, talk about some of your messages to your guys now as you get ready to get through this first half and kind of try to get into the Christmas break strong.
Yeah, just continue to get better, continue to really, really buy into who we are and who we have to be to win, how we have to win. We've been really balanced offensively. I don't think we're anywhere close to scratching the surface of our potential on that end, which is exciting because we're still averaging 80 points a game. And I think we've got a world of improvement to make on that end. Defensively, we've been good at times. We need to be more consistent. We need to be a little more disciplined in what we're trying to do and how that all fits together. And then we got to rebound the ball better. That's one reason we won the game Saturday is we rebounded the ball. That's going to be a major key at Point Park and against Cal PA because they're two great rebounding teams. And so we got a lot of work to do. You'd much rather learn from a win than a loss. But I know our guys, when they got back last night and, we got into film and got some skill work in and got in the weight room, they've already turned the page and so have we. And so just keep working mentality, continue to get better. And it sounds like coach speak, but that's all any coach in America right now wants to do is continue to get better so that when you get into that grind of conference play, you're battle tested and you know who you are as a team. And, you've put the work in that hopefully leads to results.
Thanks, Chris. Good luck this week. Can't wait to see you out there.
Thanks, Zach. Happy Thanksgiving and go Cards.
For Wheeling University Athletics, I'm Zach Ziegler.
We're just excited about all the program success.
And we're ready to get started. Thanks, Zach. Go Cards.